why you're so fascinated with the Butsuzo, because there are many Buddhist statues around the world, and you focus on you're fascinated with the particularly Japanese Buddhist statues. So please tell us.
Well, I've been to most of Asia and Cambodia and China and Korea and Vietnam and Tibet. And there's a warmth and a delicacy and a sensitivity and a simplicity to Japanese statuary that I don't find elsewhere. Also, the Japanese statuary that I've seen is unpainted. It's natural wood. I particularly like, many of the great treasures of Japan were in fact painted. The wood was painted, but most of that paint is now deteriorated, worn off, and all you're seeing now is the underlying natural grains of the wood. The biggest reason I fell in love with Japanese statuary, however, was a visit to Kyoto. And I went to a temple near the station called Sanjusan Gendo. And the statues inside of the Sanjusan Gendo were made by Unkei and Tankei, two of Japan's greatest bushi sculptors, makers of statues. And inside this hall, the statues are like the 12th century, early, like 1180 or 1200, Common Era. And there are 1,000 statues, life-size statues of the Goddess of Mercy with 10-armed Kannon, 11-headed Kannon, and then around the backside, I fell in love. They had these 28 guardian deities, deities with bird heads and deities with female faces, 3-headed monsters. And I just said, wow, this is better than going to a Hollywood movie. And these were all life-size. And that I just fell in love at that point in time. And I said, well, what do they represent? Who are these people? Or who are these deities? So I would ask the Japanese, I would ask my wife, I would ask my friends. Nobody could tell me. So that's how I just started. It was a hobby. And so I just walked around the cities and visited temples, taking pictures, and then teaching myself about the deities. Beautiful. So it's a labor of love, basically.
Yeah, 25 years of building your website. So if you don't love it, who can do that, right?